So here is another task, which is sentence completion tasks, right? So I have listed a set of sentences that you can see from 1 to 10, where the later half of the sentences are incomplete, and we can use a ChatGPT interface or a ChatGPT type of language generation model to complete this sentence. Let's move on to the second category of tasks that we can carry out and do, which falls under the purview of sentence completion task, right? So giving partial sentences and asking the ChatGPT to complete those sentences is something that you can do. And so let's do those sentence generation type, right? So one of the things is like I will pass on the prompt where I want ChatGPT to simultaneously rectify or correct 10 sentences, right? So I'm saying that complete the following sentences. Let's see, okay? So let's see what ChatGPT comes up with, and I'm passing this out, and this is my incomplete sentences that are out there, and let's see what ChatGPT does. Okay, so as you can see, the ChatGPT can do sentence completion. My favorite hobby is blank. It says that my favorite hobby is playing the guitar, right? And if I take my biggest dream in life is, which is the 7th, my biggest dream in life is to start my own successful business, right? So these are some of the sentence completion tasks. Partially sentence completion is something that you can do using ChatGPT models. Okay. Now, one of the things that I want you to be aware of that, you can think about, large language model or ChatGPT models as basically a probabilistic model of predicting what is going to be the next word given the sequence of word preceding that word. And this is a high-level way of thinking of what large language models do. They are stochastic model. They basically generate the probability of what the next word is going to be depending upon the preceding words that is out there. Right. So, one of the things that I want to highlight is you can also ask, ChatGPT to list the probability of the most likely words according to the large language model that is underlying, right, for the following sentences, right? So I picked that, if I could travel anywhere in the world, I would go to, right? So what should be the next word here? And what is the probability of that next word? I can ask that question, and it will basically list all the different words that it thought of and the probability associated with those words that should come after this set of words in this overall sentence completion task. So let me do this. What I've done here is like I've asked, right? So the word that I would go to Italy, right? So the probability 0.32, I would go to Japan, which is probability 0.8, go to Australia, probability 1.2, France, and so forth. So it lists 5 different space location where it will like to go, and it lists also the probability of going there based upon the large language models, etc. Right? So this is essentially what is the key way of how the large, at least a very high level, how the large language model works. They take the set of words that are there, and then there is a probabilistic model that helps them to predict the next set of word. In this case, that will be 2. If I take this set of preceding sentence, then in that case, we will be having 5 different choices, which is Italy, Japan, Australia, France, and Spain. Any of this can randomly come with this probability distribution. Okay, so that's at a very close way of understanding how large language model works and how they work.